Hello everyone. In our last video, we discussed and explained in detail the PSP exam process, including how the PSP exam is structured and how the exam formatting and scoring is done. And the third thing we discussed about the exam content as per the PSP guide. So if you haven't watched that video yet, I highly recommend watching it first because it will give you a strong foundation before we dive into the technical topics. Starting from today's video, we are starting a detailed topic by topic breakdown of entire PSP syllabus. Our goal in this series is to cover the each PSP topic in detail, explain the concepts using real practical construction project examples and PSP style practice questions so you can confidently apply these concepts in a real exam environment. Today we are starting with one of the most important section of the PSP exam, and that is the planning section. So planning section is the first section of the PSP exam. As we discussed in earlier video, that PSP is based on the planning scheduling, right? So the planning is the first part of the PSP exam. So according to the PSP guide, the planning section is further subdivided into two major parts. The first part is the planning development and the second one is the planning product. In today's video, we will focus on the first part, which is the planning development part. So now let's discuss in detail what is the planning development. The planning development is all about how the project plan is created before even scheduling begins. This section tests your understanding of how planning inputs are developed, how scope is defined and structured, how constraints, assumptions, and risks are identified, and how planning decisions impact the quality of the project schedule. Remember, in PSP exam, planning is not theory only. It is tested through situational and application-based questions. In planning development part, we will cover the contract requirements, identification of stakeholders, and different constructability methods which are used on real construction based projects. So in our next coming video, we will cover all these each topics in detail one by one.